Alright, so today is Saturday, January 6th, 2018. I was just asked about a update video from the one I posted early last winter in regards to running a corn furnace tied into my existing LP furnace, as well as running the whole operation with a Nest thermostat. So if you remember, the Nest thermostat does not have the capabilities currently to run more than one furnace. I kind of bypassed that or worked around that a little bit in adding a relay so that the Nest thermostat would turn on a relay, which would then turn on my corn furnace. A couple things to keep in mind if you're going this route. Most important thing is you have to have a furnace that is capable of being run on a thermostat. This corn furnace here does have that capability. So just a status update on where I'm at. I ended up discontinuing that idea of running both furnaces on the Nest thermostat. That was one of two reasons. First reason is that it just wasn't working out very well. When I had the two tied in together, the two would operate, but the biggest problem was that I was running it under the Nest thermostat under a dual stage heating system. That was the parameter I selected in the thermostat. And the way that operates is it called for the first stage heat, which was my corn furnace. It would call for heat, it would turn the corn furnace on. And then if it was not seeing an increase in heat fast enough, it would then switch on the second stage heat, which was set up as my gas furnace. Problem with that was, I believe factory defaults are somewhere between like a 3 and a 6 minute interval, where if it doesn't see increase in temperature, it switches to the second stage. To the best of my knowledge, I could not adjust that parameter. So basically what was happening is it was turning the corn furnace on the way it was supposed to, but it wasn't allowing enough time for the corn furnace to stoke up and start putting good heat out, and then it would call for the LP furnace right away. The way I've got these systems set up, I can run them both simultaneously, which was fine. However, that kind of got away from my energy efficiency that I was trying to achieve running dual systems and using less fuel, saving more money. The second thing I didn't like about that system, having it tied in with dual stage, was that I like to keep a close eye on the usage portion of the Nest thermostat. I like to see how many hours a day I've been using my furnace. And when those two systems were tied together, that number was kind of skewed, because it would be running the corn furnace and recording that as hours of runtime. There was no real way to differentiate between how many hours did the corn furnace run and how many hours did the LP furnace run. So I didn't really like that feature either. I couldn't really keep track of any potential savings I was gaining. So I did disconnect the two systems. What I did end up doing is resorting back to the manual operation of the corn furnace. That's got manual control, heat setting of 1 through 5. What I ended up doing is I continuously keep the corn furnace set at a number 2 setting all day, all night, 24/7, other than when I have to shut it down to clean it. And that kind of maintains heat on the lower end, constantly putting out heat, and then the LP furnace then comes on to maintain the top end, to maintain whatever temperature I set the thermostat to. That ended up being a better system for me in the long run. However, the only thing I was considering doing is, I see that Nest thermostat did come out with a cheaper version. It's got a few less features than the 3rd generation stat I'm running now, but I believe it's got a retail price of about $100. The only other thing I would maybe do is if I had a little extra money floating around, I'd maybe purchase a second Nest thermostat, that cheaper version, hook that up to the corn furnace exclusively, and run both systems separately on their own, just by maintaining different set points on the thermostats. So just give you guys a little bit update here. That's kind of where I'm at. You guys got any suggestions, any more questions, anything from that, please feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I currently burnt through about 2 ton of corn so far in the last two and a half months of running this furnace. So I ran out the other day. I currently have about 1.5 tons of corn sitting outside that I am in the process of refilling my in the basement bulk bin. So I'm gonna get back to doing that. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.